Home appraisals can easily make or break real estate deals, so it's important to be ready for them. So before you get your house under contract, today I'm going to tell you all about appraisal nightmares and the conditions that can cost you thousands. And we're going to get started. Hello and welcome back to All Things Tennessee with me, Ben Barreto, your local real estate pro and relocation expert for East Tennessee. Let's talk about real estate appraisals today. If you follow me, you've probably noticed I've been uploading YouTube shorts about the home buying process, walking viewers through each step of the process. So it got me thinking about appraisals because that was the last video I put out, and shifting markets can make appraisals even harder, which I'll explain in this video, and that fact has also gotten me thinking more on the subject since we're in somewhat of a softening market right now. If you're buying or selling real estate and you're financing it, which the majority of buyers are, you will have to deal with an appraisal. A home appraisal is when a licensed real estate appraiser visits the subject property being sold and inspects it before running a price analysis, which is the basis for how much money your lender will be willing to let you borrow in regards to that specific subject property. This is crucial because the lender will only let you borrow what the value of the home is. If a house appraises below the purchase price, then you can easily find yourself losing your dream home. For example, if you're buying a house that's listed at a purchase price of $450,000, your offer's for $450,000, and the house appraises at $400,000. It doesn't matter if you have perfect credit and 20% down payment, you're only going to be allowed to borrow $400,000. So the only other options besides losing the house is to either convince the seller to lower the price, or you as the buyer brings an extra $50,000 to the closing table out of pocket. And how many of us have $50,000 lying around, especially after 20% down payment and all the other costs? There are several issues that can hurt a home appraisal, affecting the overall value of the property. For this reason, it's important for you to know what type of things can cause a home appraisal to go south, so you can make corrections if you're the seller, or negotiate corrections, or find another house if you're the buyer. Here's a breakdown of some common problems and why they matter, so let's jump into them. So one thing that every buyer looks at, and it freaks everyone out, is the potential of structural damage. And I'm talking about cracks in the foundation, roof leaks, or compromised walls. Cracks in the walls can signal major structural issues, which are costly to repair and can significantly lower the home's value. One thing to keep in mind is hairline cracks in a foundation shouldn't stress you out too much. But when those cracks are numerous or they're wider than about a quarter inch, then it may be something worth worrying about, and you may want to get that further inspected. Additionally, large enough cracks and holes can lead to infestation from rodents and insects, in addition to being signs of an unstable foundation. It also gives water and moisture another avenue of access that can lead to mold and mildew problems. Structural issues can decrease the value by a lot during appraisal, because it affects the whole home and puts the entire house at risk for more issues. Outdated systems in the house, like old plumbing, electrical, and HVAC systems, can be red flags for appraisers. They indicate potential future expenses for the buyer and can lower the appraised value. Having outdated appliances, plumbing, electrical, and HVAC systems could decrease the value of your property. Dated features in your home's interior could imply that the property has not been well maintained, which could raise concerns about other underlying issues that may be overlooked. Basically, you're giving an appraiser a reason to doubt your upkeep of the house. Surprisingly, poor curb appeal can be an issue. First impressions matter. Overgrown landscaping, peeling paint, and neglected exterior can negatively impact the appraisal, as they suggest overall poor maintenance. First impressions, again, are incredibly important, even for an objective home appraisal. If the first thing your home appraiser notices is a worn out home with an overgrown yard, they may devalue the property instantly. Spend some time improving your home's exterior to prepare for the appraisal process. I mentioned this already, but if you do have pest infestation, that can also be an issue. Signs of termites, rodents, and other pests can be a significant concern. Pest damage can compromise the structure and safety of the home, reducing its value. Pests can cause structural damage, which can be costly to repair and may lower a home's value by up to 9%. Pests can also make a home less aesthetically appealing, spreading disease and creating health hazards, which can deter potential buyers or renters. Pests can also cause extensive physical damage to the property, which inherently lowers the market value. Termites, known as the silent destroyers, can compromise the structural integrity before the problem is even detected. Appraisers, though, know what to look for and to verify the presence of pests. So if you have these issues in your home, have it solved before going to market, and keep documentation showing that you had it treated as proof if it becomes an issue. Water damage can also raise eyebrows. Evidence of present water damage and even past water damage, such as stains on ceilings and of course stains on walls and mold, indicate potential problems with roof or plumbing or drainage, which are all costly to fix but also impact the appraisal. Water damage can significantly impact the home's value and make it difficult to sell. When appraising a home, appraisers will look for signs of water damage, especially in the basement and the roof, but also in the walls, pipes, and ceilings. Water damage can lead to a number of problems, including structural damage. Water damage can cause severe structural damage to foundations, walls, including buckled surfaces that compromise the area's safety. Health hazards such as mold, mildew, and infestation, which can be serious health issues. Removing mold can cost thousands of dollars as well. So it can cost you or hit your wallet several times if you're the seller. Now, we all have probably had handyman work in our house, so unpermitted work is another issue. But I'm mostly talking about major renovations or additions done without proper permits can hurt a home appraisal. Unpermitted work might not meet building codes and can result in expensive corrections. If unpermitted work is discovered in the closing process, the home's appraisal may come back much lower than expected, or they can also just cancel the sale, and a mortgage lender can reject the buyer's application. Buyers also have the right to demand that the seller obtain proper permits retroactively and remove or fix the unpermitted addition before signing the purchase agreement. However, if we're talking about smaller repairs and renovations, the buyer cannot force the seller to go back in time if those permits or those codes were not necessary at the time of those repairs being done. So also keep that in mind. And you can't use it as a way to get out of the deal if you're the buyer. And again, those repairs or renovations were done before permits or the code was updated. Alright, outdated interior characteristics of the home can hurt a home appraisal. Outdated kitchens and bathrooms that are outdated or in disrepair can lower the home's value. Modern functional spaces are crucial for maintaining or increasing a property's value. An outdated interior can negatively impact the home's appraisal because it can make the home less appealing to buyers and may indicate that the property hasn't been well maintained. Appraisers consider both the functional and aesthetic aspects of a home's interior when determining its value. They look at things like the condition of the flooring, lighting fixtures, paint, and they're going to compare this to other homes on the market. Outdated features can include finishes. If the home hasn't been updated in years, it may not have modern finishes that are appealing to current buyers. Appliances. Stainless steel appliances can increase a home's value, while older appliances may not be desirable to today's buyers. Style. Homes with outdated styles like split-level houses may not sell as well as more modern two-story homes. However, older homes can be appealing if they have been well maintained and have unique features. Before getting to the last few appraisal nightmares, I'd love for you to check out last week's video, why you think your home won't sell and why you're wrong, where I break down the common issues that homeowners think they're facing when their home is having a hard time getting sold, but also telling you the real reason why the home's not being sold. Check that out by clicking here. Also, if you're thinking of moving to East Tennessee and you need a realtor, or you just have questions about the area, or honestly, if you're thinking about buying or selling anywhere in the country, I could definitely help you out. Contact information, as always, is down in the description. Also, while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe. Alright, here's one that may surprise you, but issues in the neighborhood can impact the overall home appraisal. The condition of the surrounding homes and the overall neighborhood can impact your home's appraisal. High crime rates, poorly maintained properties in proximity to the subject property can impact a lower home appraisal. Neighborhood noise can affect the home's market value and make it difficult to sell, which can in turn impact a home market value. High levels of noise can reduce a home's market value by up to 25%. Constant noise can also lower the average home's value in a neighborhood, which can affect the resale price of a home. So get hold of your neighbors, get in their ears, get in their head, and make sure that they're taking care of their properties. That's one of the upsides of an HOA. Alright, deferred maintenance can impact a home's appraisal. General signs of neglect, like broken windows, damaged flooring, peeling paint, suggest that a home hasn't been well cared for, which can lower its appraised value. Market conditions are most definitely going to impact a home's appraisal. External factors such as a declining real estate market or economic downturn can negatively affect the appraisal, as they influence the overall desirability and value of properties in the area and impacts the comparable homes that the appraiser is going to use when they run their pricing analysis. Real estate appraisers use market trends to develop an educated opinion in the market value of a property. To do this, they gather data on recent sales of comparable properties in the area. This data then is analyzed to determine the current market trends in the area. In a seller's market where demand is high and higher than supply, homes can be appraised for much more than they're worth, which we saw in the last couple of years. In a buyer's market where there are more homes available than buyers, values tend to decrease or remain stagnant. Addressing these issues before an appraisal can help ensure your home is valued as high as possible, so that the old homeowner can pocket more money and the new homeowners have less stress and worry as they move into their new home. And both parties can traverse the escrow process of the sale with as little bumps and bruises as possible. That's it for today's video. I hope you found it insightful and helpful. As always, let me hear what you think below. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. And as always, until we see you next time, have a great rest of the week. Bye.